What did you receive the first time you sang before an audience?
Well, it wasn't the first time. It was when I was doing a radio show back in Toledo.
You
I
were
was
two.
two. And they didn't pay us. They paid us off. It was for a bakery company, so they paid us off in cupcakes and cookies. And no money.
I love that. I just love that story. That's beautiful. But who cares?
Did you give away my age? That whole 43 years since she was two, well, anybody that can add. You know, you'd have to be an idiot.
40. Does that upset you?
No, it can't because my kids are, you know, all grown up, so.
Yeah. Do you have any married?
Yeah, I got one married, has
Any grandchildren?
one grandson and another one in about 2 months.
Oh, isn't that nice? Now, you had all girls, and you're probably going to have all grandsons.
Oh, I don't care. I hope for a little girl again.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, you got such a young start. You were married as a teen, weren't you?
Yes. I was 17 when I was married. Had my first baby at 18. Second baby at 19.
Third baby at 20. Fourth baby at 21. You know, the other day we had Mercer Ellington on the show, who has written a book about his father. Now, you worked from time to time with all of the greats.
Yes, recorded with them.
What do you remember most about the Duke?
It was just such a relaxing session with him, you know, recording session. And he's so fantastic when it comes to spotting something right off. Because we were doing, I think it was Mood Indigo. And he said, after the first take, he said, that's it. And Bob, my husband, Bob,
first take?
Yeah. So Bob said, well, no, let's take have a few more takes. So he says, well, go ahead if you want to. So we took another 2 takes. And we ended up with that first take. That was the best one, but he hears it immediately. He knows even if there's a clam or something in it, if it's got that certain feeling to it, he'll go with the one with the clam in it, but wrong note, you know? Doesn't matter.
Just because it has that certain
good
mood,
feel,
the mood
good,
that he's
yeah.
after, yeah. You were appearing once in Las Vegas, and the King came to see you, Elvis.
Oh, yes. It was a surprise. It must have been about 6 years ago. And I was playing at the Frontier at the time. And after the show, after I finished my show, they said, Elvis is out there. And I thought they were kidding. I said, Elvis Presley, you know, why would he come to see me?
You didn't say Elvis who, Teresa?
No, I said Elvis. Yes, I did. In fact, I did. I said, well, you know, gee, how wonderful. Is he really out there? So they said he was, and he's on his way back. So he came back and with his entourage and came to the dressing room. And everyone else sat down, and he and I stood for about an hour, and he just talked and talked. He seemed very lonely, but a very sweet man. First time meeting him.
What did he say to you? Do you remember?
He told me, he talked about himself. He was talking about a lot of things. But strictly, you know, show business. When
Do you think had someone told you before the show that he was sitting out there, it would have made a difference in your performance?
Oh, I really fall apart.
Yeah.
How about you? Do you get nervous when even if my kids are out there, I fall
If
apart?
my wife is out there, I'm a basket case.
It's funny.
I try so hard I'm still trying to impress her after all these years.
Because she
And
knows.
I'm so rotten when I try hard. Oh, my bad.
You know what it is? Because they know when you really are singing very well. Singing good or bad. And the other people, you know, they don't hear you all the time, so...
And they have great levelers, aren't they? Because sometimes you think you do something that's very clever, and you say, hey, did you hear that? And she'll go...
Didn't thrill me.
She said, I don't think that was you. You know, where did you... I just thought of it in the spur of my moment. She said, well, forget about it on the spur of my moment. That's not part of your act. You were inspired to do some unusual artwork. You want to explain that?
Oh, I didn't do the artwork, really.
You were inspired by some artwork someone did of you, right?
Yeah, but are you talking about that little thing that lights up?
Yes.
Oh, that's at Lundy's Restaurant.
In New York?
In Sheepshead Bay. Wow. And they named a room after... Oh, my God.
Look at this.
I've got, well...
You got an overbite there.
I've got Carter's teeth and Nixon's nose.
And Lucille Ball's hair.
But it really is a work of art. It's all done in neon, and it's...
That's marvelous. And what do they call the room?
Yes.
The Teresa Brewer room.
Yes.
You got a piece of the action?
No, my husband owns some. He owns.
Oh. And what are these buttons you're wearing?
These I had made up a few years ago, and I do a little song in my act, and I throw them out to the people.
I like to teach the world to love.
Yes.
Yeah. We could use a little learning.
Oh, sure.
Will you sing it for us?
Sure.
Okay.
love, grow apple trees, honey bees, snow white turtle doves. Oh, I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to hold it in my arms and keep it company. Oh, I'd like to see the world for once, all standing hand in hand, and hear it echo